All right, guys. Here again with a reaction to Machine Gun Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Have you ever heard of Machine Gun Kelly?
No.
Do you think he actually carries a machine gun? I think his name is Kelly.
Politically incorrect. I don't know.
I think it's an AR because a machine gun is not legal on the streets, but an AR is. 223
He
caliber.
sounds intimidating. I'm willing to listen.
I have a 223, but it's not a machine gun. But I do have a little thing that can go. You can shoot really fast, like a machine gun.
Nice.
On my trigger. It makes it pull it like.
I'm assuming that this guy is like kicking out vocals.
I have no idea.
Sound.
No idea. But this is I Think I'm Okay. Is that a cool song title? I think I'm okay.
I'm okay.
All right.
I'm willing to listen to this.
All right, dude. Let's listen to it.
Okay, let's do it.
Ready?
Okay.
I think I'm okay. Go.
Watch me take a good thing and fuck it all up in one night. Catch me, I'm the one on the run away from the headlights. No sleep, up all week, wasting time with people I don't like. I think something's fucking wrong with me. Drown myself in alcohol, that shit never helps at all. I might say some stupid things tonight when you pick up this call. I've been hearing silence on the other side for way too long. I can taste it on my tongue, I can tell that something's wrong, but I guess it's just my life and I can take it if I wanna. But I cannot hide in hills of California, because these hills have eyes and I got paranoia. I hurt myself sometimes, is that too scary for you? Watch me take a good thing and fuck it all up in one night. Catch me, I'm the one on the run away from the headlights. No sleep, up all week wasting time with people I don't like. I think something's fucking wrong with me.
Roll me up and smoke me love, and we can fly into.
Okay, this guy, his name is Yungblud.
How do you know so much about that?
I did a reaction to him.
Okay.
So him and Machine Gun Kelly, I did one reaction.
So this
to
is
both
not their
of them.
first song.
Right. Well, no, so they're two different artists.
Oh, okay.
All of a sudden, Yungblud is
contributing.
in Machine Gun Kelly's. I think.
I'll be honest
okay.
with you. I vaguely, the only reason I now know, now that I saw him, he is dating that one girl with dark hair that was in Transformers. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't watch movies.
I don't watch movies.
I'm dead serious.
That's how old you are. You're like my father. He is dating, I don't know her name, but they got in the news, and then when I was scrolling through some news...
And you saw what he looked like.
Yeah. And I was like, who's Machine Gun Kelly? So now I've made...
Now you made a connection.
I did not know that he was a singer. I wasn't that interested in the young...
Right, exactly. Right.
But as for the song, I love the sound.
Yeah.
Not sure if I'd play it around, my kids, but...
Right, so let me tell you about this, which is coming... It's interesting. So this not Machine Gun Kelly, Yungblud.
And the only reason I wouldn't play it around my kids is because I have a son that has autism, and he likes to pick up new words.
Oh.
And there's some fresh words in there, so that's...
That would be horrible.
Not fresh to me. I've heard these, they made them up when I grew up.
Exactly. But let me tell you about Yungblud. I heard this song.
This guy.
Okay. And he sang a song. He sings a song about, his parent. I think it's called Parents or something like that. And he's basically, I feel like him and Machine Gun Kelly is kind of the same. They're like, obviously they have to talk and be friends or something, because this song is he's saying, I think I'm okay, and I'm screwing up everything, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing that, and blah, blah. But do you know why they think that? Why do you think that they think that they could be screwing up and doing everything wrong, and I think I'm okay? Why do you think they would get that feeling? Why do you think? You know why?
Because people are telling them?
Yes! People tell them that they are screw-ups. Is that, like, pitiful? Like,
Well,
dude, think about that.
But I was thinking, here, okay, but...
Our generation.
Yeah, but do you remember back in the 80s, there was a lot of quasi-punks?
Yes.
Because we were in the new wave era, and I don't know if people... some people don't remember this, some people didn't live it, but the punk movement, you know, it came over to the United States, and then it sort of got watered down and became the new wave movement. But went out to California, there were people with mohawks.
Yeah.
And haircuts like this.
Yep.
I even, when I had hair, I peroxide my hair to look like Billy Idol. Some of you don't know who Billy Idol is.
Elmer's glue. You could take Elmer's glue and go like that and get it.
So, I mean, I vibe with this. I mean, I remember in the early 80s, it was a little shocking when people were doing the androgynous thing, the Eurythmics. That, you know, it's kind of like, is that a boy or a girl? They're wearing makeup. The mod scene.
Yep.
So now that I don't really bat an eye at that. Like, if I see him, like, oh.
Right. But I do believe our generation has come down on the millennials as their total screw-ups and everything. And yet, it's so hypocritical in a way. Yeah. Because I talk to people in our generation that go, oh, when I was in college, I was like totally strung out on marijuana. Guess what? Marijuana was illegal back then.
Yeah.
And they did it.
Yeah.
And then they look at their kids, it's legal. And they are calling them screw up. Like, there's nothing they can do right. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the other side of it is that when I got to know some of these guys who like put on a front, you know, they dressed kind of as crazy as anybody. You know, they wore black trench coats with black mascara. Maybe they painted their fingernails black. Maybe they had like blue hair, and maybe that changed every day. But when you got to know them, man, they were the like most sensitive people.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They were really cool people. I almost think it was like a little bit of a rebellion. Like, do I have to look the way you want me to look to fit in? And if I do, I want nothing to do with your society. I want nothing to do with your values.
Yeah.
And but they were actually some of the more sensitive people. Mm-hmm. You know, and I thought, you know, that's why they can make music that taps into everybody's feelings, is because they were able to see beyond just the
Absolutely. Surface. Absolutely. I mean, have you noticed that a lot of really top music makers are kind of nerdy?
Yeah.
I can think of a dozen of them that are kind of nerdy, but they're so good at expressing their feelings that they become so popular. Yeah, it's crazy. And then they become cool. Okay, you ready to keep going?
I think so.
All right. All right, guys.
Deep breath.
Go.
Roll me up and smoke me love. We can fly into the night. You take drugs to let go and figure it out.
Whoa.
Take drugs on gravestones to figure it all out.
Watch me take a good thing and fuck it
Wow.
up one night. Catch me, I'm the one on the run away from the headlights. No sleep, I'm all week wasting time with people I don't like. I think something's fucking wrong with me.
Find me alone at midnight inside my mind, trying to get things right. They want to keep you calling, see you don't wake in the morning. Good night, good night, good night. Yes, find me alone at midnight. Good inside my mind, trying to get things right. They want to keep you calling, so you don't wake in the morning.
Wow.
That's it.
That was pretty...
You know, all of that
Interesting.
really reminds me, I mean, I hate to say it, but it reminds me of a lot of the punk scene of the 80s. I wasn't in the punk scene,
Right, yeah, totally.
but
Yeah.
it's kind of like, oh, there's nothing new. I mean, there's only so many shades of color you can do your hair, but the emotions behind it are so real.
Yes.
Like those guys, they don't want to become part of the larger group because they see it, and this is my opinion, from experience, but they see it as shallow.
Yeah.
They see as people walking around in the matrix, just kind of wanting to conform, go for the big dollar job, become materialistic, blah, blah, blah. I could go down the list.
Next thing you know, you're in the grave.
Yeah.
And your life just passed by, and what did you do?
And so these guys, I mean, regardless of how you think, they're expressing it, they're just like, no, we're going to be different. And we know you're part of our tribe if you want to be different with us.
Right.
And yeah, we're going to be loud and we're going to break some stuff. And
I didn't understand when he was saying, take drugs and figure it out. Or was he saying something like that? Take drugs and then figure it out.
I missed that part.
Yeah, he said it like 3 times. And I was going, and then so I didn't know. I mean, obviously, if we read the words, he's not saying take drugs. He's saying this is what people do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they think that they're messed up and that everything that they do can be screwing everything up. And so they spiral into this thing. But he's going, how many of you think you're okay? I think I'm okay.
Well, that's the funny thing is like, and the story keeps going back further and further, not just from my life, but even beyond that. People before that, they found their own ways to self-medicate because life is hard. And then, when you're a young person, you're sometimes able to see through the facade. And you're like, I just want to be around real. I just want to be around real people. Right. So, and here's the reality of life. Real life is messy. So when some people look at, I guess, Machine Gun Kelly.
Yep, Machine Gun Kelly.
Like, oh, dude, you need to get your act together. That's exactly what they want to hear because it's like, no, I'm real. And you're like, you're just trying to put up that facade.
Oh,
whatever reason.
You mean though that I need to be like you?
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me. I get it now.
I think that, and I said this earlier, but the biggest hobby of mankind is to judge other people.
That's
we
right.
love to judge people. And I think that's part of the reason you do these videos is you kind of like are saying, you know what? Let's look at something with an open mind because our reaction as older guys is to say, well, it's nothing compared to my music.
Right.
My music was real. My music.
Exactly. That's what every generation does.
And it's like a judgmentalism, and if you let somebody run at the mouth long enough, they'll get even more harsh.
Yeah. Right.
But it's really a change of mentality. It's like, wow, they're going through the same things that we did. We went through.
Exactly.
And
we went through the same things that our parents went through. It's just another day, guys. It's just another period of time with different technology. Our human bodies are still the same, right?
Well, yours is. Mine's falling apart.
Okay, yeah. You have a heart. I have a heart. We have brains.
Yeah.
Everything is the same. Our troubles are the same. Our emotions are the same. We are built the same. Everything around us just takes those emotions and spins them different directions and stuff, but they're still the same. So we've been through the same types of problems. Hurts, joys, happiness, right?
Yeah.
It's just what's on the exterior that causes that. And it's a pretty interesting song. I thought it was really cool.
It was cool, and it just makes me kind of think if I ran into Machine Gun Kelly today, I'd be like, yeah, I would be totally into your music back in the day. I probably couldn't play it around my youth pastor, but
you're right.
Totally vibe with the music, and I get the motion.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, guys, Machine Gun Kelly. I think I'm okay. Are you okay?
I'm good.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay too. Peace.